Hello everyone. In this video I want to show you how to work with someone's code. So you've been given a file that's called lab whatever it is. It ends with a .py, which is a Python file, and this file is supposed to be giving you some basic functionality, and you are supposed to add new functionality and test it and make use of the previous ones that are given to you. So the first thing I would usually do, I would see if I can run this file just as it is, and if it works or not, and what sort of things that I would have implemented, what features, and whether it looks to me like it's complete, or it will give me an idea about what I need to do. So if I run this file here as lab4 and 25, and it's a Python file. So as you can see, it seems to me like there is something that is allowing me to enter some data, such as bagels, $2.99. So I have an item with a price, and it seems to be like a quantity, and is asking me if I want to continue or not. So I'm just gonna say I don't want to continue, or I'm done shopping, so I can see what else is missing. So clearly here it seems to me like there is at some point this code is referring to something that is not part of the file. So let's take a look. So extract item prices. This is at line 38. So this code seems to be looking for item prices, but let's see if we have item prices or not. Well, the only thing that we have here in this file is accept data items. So perhaps before we call this function here, we need to implement it. So let's just exactly copy this function name here. If this is what we need to do, define extract item prices. And it does make sense to for these item prices to be extracted as it was described to you in your assignment. It's supposed to be taking a basket, and you're supposed to be extracting this item prices, and you're supposed to be returning a list of prices, if that's what this function is saying. List of prices. I'm just gonna make it short here like that, and this is gonna start as an empty list. And sure enough, this is going to return that list here. Okay. So now if I call this function, I should be able to see that that this function already exists. No, not this one. This one will be there because it takes a basket, and is going to return the list of prices. But we haven't really done any of the work yet. So because this basket here has items, and each item has a few things, a few properties, we should see how we can work with this. So if we want the list of prices, it seems to me like we stored it here in this tuple, and at index 0, 1. So we stored it here. So if we want to extract these list of prices, we're gonna have to extract them at index number 0, 1. Okay, when I mean 0, 1, I mean index at location 0, we're counting, and then at index number 1. I hope this is not confusing. What I'm trying to say is I'm counting 0, 1, 2, 3, but this is the one that I want is at location 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna get the basket here, and I'm gonna ask for each item in this basket. If I say give me the item, give me the index of the property float at this item here at index 1, this should be really easy because we know how to do that. You basically use the square brackets, and this is really gonna extract the item from the basket and you're basically gonna focus on zoom onto the price. And once you have that price, you can take that list and you start appending this price in there like that. So if you do this, make sure don't put the return inside the loop. If you put the return inside the loop, it's a very common mistake. The loop will terminate immediately after the first step. You don't want that. You want the loop to terminate until every item is red in this basket and you extract the price from it. Therefore, this return statement will be outside the for loop. Best thing to make sure when you're always writing that print statement, you make sure that the return and the for are far apart from each other, and then you can see that they are at the same level here. So there's only one tab here and there's only another tab here. So if I do this, and now I have the list of prices, it seems like we called it here. Now it seems also that you've been given a file here that will loop over the list of prices. It's gonna print it. So let's run again one more. 1 to 4, 5 of those. Is there a discount? Are you done? I'm not done. Cream cheese. The price is I don't know, $3.49. Quantity 1 and the discount 0. Done shopping. One more time. Let's do this thing one more time. So no. Item description is, I don't know, jelly. Price, let's change the price, $5.99. The quantity, let's put 3, discount rate, and I'm done. Yes, I'm done shopping. So here are the list of prices that we have entered here. And as you can see, this is the printout for the list of prices after we have extracted them. Here's the function that was called, and here is the implementation of that. Okay, now suppose you developed the function from your previous lab or assignment, and this function is called find max. So find min, and let's make it 5 min price. And this function happens to take a list of prices. Okay, so what happens is we want to find the minimum, so we have to have a minimum price variable, and we have to set it by a baseline. And this baseline, remember, it was the very first item in that list. Now we're gonna loop for each price in the list of prices. I'm gonna ask if this price here is lower than the minimum price, the baseline that are grabbed from the first item. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna say I want this guy to replace that guy because this guy is no longer the minimum anymore. So I'm gonna take this guy here and I'm gonna say my minimum price is no longer, this guy is now the new price here. So every time there is a price that is lower, is going to replace what's in the minimum here until we read all the prices, and the last one that will be the minimum if the last price that recorded the score the minimum will be stored here, will be guaranteed to have that. So where do we put the return statement? Make another line like that, and then we return. What are we going to return? We're going to return the minimum here. Okay, so if I do this, now I want to find the minimum. Now the step here is find, let's write some really nice let's write some nice decoration here. I like decoration. The item, the minimum price in all prices, or of all prices, okay, the minimum price of all prices. We're gonna call this function from here. And guess where is this function going to operate? What is this function going to operate on? It's going to operate on this list of prices here. And it's supposed to return the minimum price found. And that's an arbitrary name, minimum price found. So now, before I forget, let's print the minimum price of my purchased items. I don't know if I spelled this correctly or not, but you will forgive me. And now if I can clear the screen, I'm gonna run this file one more time, and let's do another bigger round. Price 129, quantity 5 of those, discount rate 0. Do you want to do more? Are you done? We're not done. No. So item description, we said cream cheese. Item price $3.49, quantity 3, and discount rate is this. And as you can see now, we have this guy is the minimum. Let's do something for, I don't know, like 99 cents. Let's be cheap. We're not done yet. Let's find I don't know, like a straw. I don't know, like maybe coffee, a very cheap coffee from a coffee machine or a vending machine. I don't know. Price is 99 cents. And since it's so cheap and you feel generous, you're gonna buy 10 of those, and discount rate is this. And let's do another item that is really expensive. I don't know, we said jelly could be expensive, or butter. Done shopping. We're not done shopping, no. Let's do butter. And the price, what's the price for butter? Let's say we really like the kind of nice expensive butter for 29. I don't know. We're gonna get 2 of those. Discount rate is this. And yes, I'm done shopping. And as you can see, it did find the minimum price here. So long story short, you ended up running the file, okay? You ended up fixing an issue because this function here was supposed to be called, except that it was not being provided. So you ended up providing this function. You made sure that you extract the prices based on what the function was supposed to do. You extracted the prices from the basket, and then you wrote the function that's supposed to return the minimum from the extracted list of prices from here. And then after you write these things, you're gonna have to call them. So you ended up extracting the items here. You extracted the prices, and then you ended up doing printing all the prices, and then you ended up calling the function that produces the minimum for you, and you ended up printing it. This is all there is. The assignment is asking you to do a few other things, but this is giving you a base now of what you need to do to work with the rest of the assignment. I hope this is helpful. I'll see you in class at some point very soon. Thank you.